Today we are discussing what you do or what you must do now if you are 40 years old and you are still broke. So we title it, If You Are 40 Years Old and Broke, Make This Investment Now. See, many people are 40 years, they have no money, they have no property, they have nothing to their name. The reason is very simple. If you are 40 years and you're poor, the possibility that you don't know anybody that is rich is very high. So if you're 40 years and you're broke today, the first thing that you must do is to invest in strategic relationship. The first thing you must do if you are broke today and you're 40 years old is to invest in strategic relationship. You see, money is in people. Money is in people, not in things, not in animals. Money is in people. And the more strategic relationship you have, the higher your chances to come out of financial problem. So when I say strategic relationship, what do I mean? I mean you need to work very hard to connect with people who are resourceful. See, I don't mean people who have resources, but people who are resourceful. People who have contacts that can change things for you. For example, at 40, it is believed that you probably have gone through school, right? So having gone through school, you should know some people. Of course, this is something that we're not told when we're in school. Because if we're told when you were in school, especially when you were in the university, you are supposed to know that your entire success in the future depends on the connection that you make with people. You see, for example, we went to school. In that school, the university you went to, there probably was a faculty of law, faculty of medicine, faculty of engineering. What I mean by all this is that while you were in school, you are supposed to have a friend, strategic friend, one or two or three who are lawyers, friends who are medical doctors, friends who are engineers, friends who are studying marketing and different courses. If you were so strategic in school and make friends from all of these faculties, what will have happened is when you leave school, you will have connections with resourceful people. You see, by the time, because you know that as you journey through life, the time is going to come where you need a legal service. You can call a friend of yours who's a lawyer. You see, you call a friend of yours who's a lawyer. A time is coming where you might need medical advice. You call a friend who's a medical doctor. But here you are at 40 and you don't know anybody. You pay for everything. Simple advice: you must make an appointment with an expert whom you must pay. That is one of the reasons why many people are poor. They don't know any resourceful person. See, so now, the first investment you should do now is to invest in knowing resourceful people. There could be someone, for example, he's not even a lawyer, but he has contacts. He can put a call across to somebody that he knows, and that one call he make on your behalf can change everything. So at 40 years, you must now work hard to build relationship with people who are resourceful. Most of the time, someone may not even have the money you need or may not have the resources, but he is very resourceful in the sense that he knows so many people who can do the things we are looking for. For example, now, if I ask you, supposing you need a legal advice, do you know who to call? Supposing maybe you're at home at 40, maybe you're married, you have a kid or you have children, and something is wrong with one of your kids, and it's in the middle of the night. Do you know who to call? And that is why many people are poor. They don't have connections that are resourceful. Somebody said that your network is your net worth. And that is so true. See, the strategic or the strategy with which you network determines the strategy that produces your net worth. So if at 40 years you don't have strategic relationship, become intentional. You see, for example, say, how do I become intentional? Very simple. That's why I call it investment, because it's going to cost you money. See, it's going to cost you money. You're going to find out where, look at your area of interest, for instance. You see, maybe you want to go into business. Then you must now look out for business seminars or business meetings where business people gather. You have to look out for where you will meet business people. And when you go to such events, there is how to connect with people. First and foremost, when you attend such events, don't keep quiet. When it's time for questions, ask questions, make your presence known. You see, and then at the end of the meeting, connect with people, collect contacts. And of course, another thing that people do who are broke do that scare people who are resourceful away is that the moment they give you a contact, you start calling them for things you always need. No, it's when you are making investment. The first thing that you do is not to look for what you are going to get. The first thing you do is you look for what you can give because it's an investment. In investment, you first sow the seed. You first plant, you know, uh, the seed for the fruits that you are looking for. So you are the first person to contribute. You are the first to give. You see, because when you give to people, especially great people, when I say give now, I don't only mean money. You give advice, you give your time, you give your concern, you give yourself. You see, so when you give to great people, you get to a point where they become obligated, indebted to you. You see, and at that point, you can be sure that you are ready to move up financial ladder. So it's going to cost you something. Find out, oh, I need to know a lawyer. I need to make friends with a couple of lawyers, maybe one or two lawyers. The next thing is where the lawyers meet. You see, you can actually maybe there's a particular person you really want to connect with. It's up to you to do the homework. Find out where does the person go for lunch. Find out things about the person and their position to meet the person. And when you meet, like I said, you invest. Invest in the relationship. Be the one to check on the person without asking anything. So when you build that kind of relationship, it positions you for prosperity. In most of the nations of the world today, many people don't know the value of strategic relationship. So everybody they know they have problem with. When they disconnect with you, they go with fights. They don't know that tomorrow you might be the major or the only reference point they will have to the next big level in their lives. So that is the first thing I will do, or you should do. If you're 40 years and you are broke, you need to know people, strategic people. See, the reason why, for example, if you want to go to see any doctor in this nation, for instance, the doctors have made it in such a way that before the doctor will see your face, you will pay. You first pay at the reception, you pay consultation fee before the doctor will see your face. But if you are afraid, when you get to the doctor, maybe they're going to tell you what you suspect or what you know. So no, I'm feeling maybe I'm feeling so tired every day, and maybe all you need is to sleep. But now, because you don't know anyone who's a medical doctor, you book, you pay that, I don't know, depending on where you live, that amount of money to go see the doctor, and then you go in there, and the doctor says, no, all you need to do is go and sleep. If you have a friend who's a doctor, you just tell him, brother, go and sleep, or sister, go sleep. You see, what has happened is you've saved the money that you should have paid. So when you don't know strategic people, or people who are resourceful, you pay for everything. And that can be keeping you poor. Moreover, like I said in the beginning, money is in people. Somebody can come to you with one sound idea. I heard a story which I think is very important. This particular lady wanted to buy a house, and she had this much money to put a down payment, to buy the house, to collect the loan from the bank. So, but it was running towards holiday time, and she needed to travel with the family. And you thought to herself, like, if I keep this money with myself, I'm going to spend it. But she had a lawyer who was helping to process, facilitate the house they want to buy. Then the lawyer said, okay, authorize me to invest this money for you till you are ready to make the purchase. So she authorized the lawyer, and the lawyer took the same amount of money, which she said she had saved for 2 years in the bank, and got nothing, maybe minimum, profit. The lawyer took that same amount of money and invested it somewhere in 1 month and made $10,000 profit on the same amount of money in 30 days. So what has happened? The lawyer knew when she can make money with that kind of capital. But the owner of the money doesn't know. Imagine if the lawyer were the person's friend. Would have said, look, I have this investment opportunity here and there and there. If you have ABC amount of money, why don't you invest? You see, that simple advice or simple information from a friend can change your financial trajectory. If you could make $10,000 in a month from the money you already have, imagine how much you will make in a year. So invest in people who are resourceful. And I made the distinction, not having resources or resourceful. I mean, if you know people who have resources, that's good. But in the case you don't know people who have enough of resources, you know people who are resourceful. because in most cases, financial problems are not solved with money. In most cases, they are solved with resourcefulness. Thank you. See you in the next video.